Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Favor Izekoli Chumba. I'm the host of Tinset Foundation channel. Alright, today as you've seen, we're going to be doing a movie review of Under Paris, the #1 rated Netflix movie as of today. Okay, so why did I even choose this movie to review? Firstly, is because why is it #1 on Netflix? I was like, why is it? And but number two, I noticed it was a French movie. I was like, a French movie, not even an American movie, is #1. Why? I said, okay, I need to watch this movie and then I need to tell you guys how it feels. I'm going to do a review on it. So that's basically why I chose to review this movie. I like to give my ratings before I talk about these plots and all that, do the review, but this time around I'm going to be keeping my ratings until after the whole juice. Yep. So the title of this movie is Under Paris. Most of us have heard of it, some of us haven't, and it was released on the month of June 2024, the 5th of June actually, this month as of when I'm recording. So it was directed by Xavier Gens, and the key actors were Nassim Liais and Berena Bejo, and their role names were Adim and Sophia simultaneously, respectively. Rather, the genre of this movie is an action, like it's a lot of things. It's an action horror disaster movie. There's something they call it on Netflix, ominous kind of movie. So it's scary. I like the movie is just okay. So now let's just jump into the plot summary of this movie. So the storyline goes like this. It started with a team of marine conservationists, ocean conservationists, and who are, I don't know, these are people that protect the ocean ecosystem, and they advocate against pollution, overfishing, and climate change in general. So those are what people, ocean conservationists do. So particularly this team in this movie, they were interested in saving sharks. Fishes were dying. Okay, let me not just go into all that. But they were interested in saving sharks and helping them stay alive to maintain balance in the marine ecosystem. So sharks were dying against pollution, and poisoning and plastics, all that. So but something devastating happened in their team. They experienced death. Yeah. They experienced death that left all their team members dead, leaving only the team leader and I think one other member which was alive. So after that kind of devastating experience happened, the leader called it quits and she retired to teach children, elementary school children, about the marine kingdom. So she was teaching in schools or museum, something of that sort. So she became depressed, like who wouldn't even retire? She became depressed and all that. But little did she know that her ideas and her team's discovery will be the fate of the city of Paris many years in the future. The pollution continued just like she was advocating against, but she quit and nothing happened. So these sharks went rogue and a lot of things happened, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil the movie for those that are still going to watch it. Yeah. So she at the midst of the movie, she met with somebody that faced almost the same scenario in the army. Yeah, the person was in the army. He faced almost the same situation, and then he kind of connected to her story of her teammates dying. While he was in the army and his own teammates also died. So they almost connected. So that's the second main actor, which was Adim. All right. So like I said before, these sharks went rogue. They went rogue, and then that's just it. That's just it for the review. So basically, I'm going to talk about the analytic of the movie, like the storyline. How is it? This storyline is very, very nice. I really like the storyline. It's very engaging. Like it's everything that you should think of in a movie. It's educative, which is what I like about this movie. You can actually look at this movie and say, okay, yes, this thing can actually happen, which is what I like from a movie that is relatable to your, kind of relatable. It's a story, but it should be kind of relatable. You can bring it down to, okay, real life, and then something like this can happen. And it's very educative, educating us about the dangers of pollution and keeping the not just the marine ecosystem balanced, like every ecosystem balanced, both the marine, land, air, and everything. So the movie is just educative in general. Like it's just very educative in general, and it's relatable, like I said before. So I'm going to talk about the acting. Sophia did a very good job. That's Bejo. She did a very good job, though I don't like her physique, but let me not body shame. She did a very good job. She did a very good job. Like she brought the whole, scientific background and everything, the whole emotions. She brought everything into play, like it was all real. And then Adam also did a very good job, but the role was mainly on Sophia, so Sophia played a role very much right. So the cinematography of this movie was also great, like just like a Hollywood movie, even better. Like this French movie really blew my mind. I think this is the first time I'm actually paying attention to a French movie. Yeah, I'm not sure I've even watched a French movie in the past before, but this was amazing, and I'm very sure because of this, I'm going to look into doing more French movies. All right, so the sound was also okay. Everything was just great when it comes to the technical of the movie. All right, so we talk about something special and a very great idea that they brought out in this movie. They talked about the evolution of sharks into another species totally. So that alone is a very great idea, and it was embedded into the storyline very much. Like, okay, yes, this is right. It was not just like every other shark movie out there that just eat and horror. It's like a shark movie that had meaning. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's not just just like some of these horror movies that just don't really have any context, but this has a real solid context, and then it now has its horrific instance there. Yeah, all those type of shit. So the whole thing was just great. That's just the special effect, the way they integrated the evolution of sharks and all that into the movie. Though it is still fiction, but the way it was integrated, like, yes, this can actually happen if this circumstance happened, was just so real. They even quoted Charles Darwin to portray the idea I'm trying to tell you. So that's just it for the special effects. Then my personal impression about this movie is that, like I said before, I really enjoyed this movie. And then if you're the kind of person that likes a educative movie, kind of educative movie, and then horrific movie, then this is just for you. Yeah, if you like action, this is for you also. Action was embedded into it. Like the scenes were just very okay. It was very okay, but there's nothing like romance in it. Just in case there's no romance, nobody's helping each other because of love. Nah, it's not there. So in case you are coming for that, don't expect it. So my overall assessment for this movie is going to be time for the review. I'll be time for the ratings. I'll give it a 9. I can't give it a 10, but I'll give it a 9 or 8.5. Yeah, the movie is very great. Yeah, I watched it 2 times. Yeah, one in English version and one in French version, and both times I was still shocked, and I haven't got to understand more about the whole context of the movie. Yep. So the ratings, I'll give it a 9/10. Like it's just so great. If I'm going to compare it to every other shark movie, I think for every other shark movie I've watched before, this is the best. This is the best. Yeah, though I don't know if there have been so many shark movies in the past, but for the little I have watched, this is just the best for me. So that's it for the review. If you've watched it, tell me if you like my review, and then tell me something that I didn't mention. While if you've not watched it, tell me if you are going to watch it because of this review, or you definitely not watch it. All right, so that's just it for the Under Paris movie review. This movie, like I said, is just mind-blowing. It's a 9/10. 9/10. Like it's just too good. It's just too good. Okay, all right, see you in the next movie review. I release this movie reviews at least once a week, so just stay tuned with me. Subscribe to the channel also to get more of this. Thank you very much. Peace.